The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the set of my show, The Right Side. Today, President Donald Trump makes history in a way that no other sitting president has ever done in the Supreme Court's 235-year history. I'm going to talk about one of the core and fundamental goals, by the way, of the radical liberal commune socialist, formerly known as Democrat Party, birthright citizenship, one of their premier goals. The reason liberals want this to remain status quo so badly is that this is a key mechanism by which they can answer the call of their dark messiah, Barack Obama, to fundamentally transform America. Really, it is. And by that, Obama meant transform America fundamentally away from the divine providence of God and the intent of the founding fathers. Birthright citizenship accelerates the elimination of the American identity. China, for example, just one of many examples of how this thing is abused. China pays people to come over here for birthright vacations, to have a kid who's then, just because he or she's born here, is an American citizen, taken back to China, raise him in the China Communist Party, and then send him back to America later in life to run for office, start a business, infiltrate American society. That's just one example. Trump personally attended the oral arguments on this landmark executive order decision to restore the true meaning of birthright citizenship. Liberals are going to scream, and they did. He's trying to intimidate the Supreme Court, Doug. Oh, my God, look at that. So Trump sat in the front row as the justices heard arguments that could fundamentally secure America's sovereignty and secure our border integrity for generations. The case challenges President Trump's executive order that he signed in January of 2025, his first day in office for his second term. That executive order titled Protecting the Meaning and Value of American Citizenship. And it limits automatic citizenship at birth to children of U.S. citizens or legal permanent residents, ending the automatic reward for those who come into our country illegally. President Trump didn't just send lawyers, he showed up in person, wearing a red tie, making it crystal clear how seriously he takes this fight for the American identity. And that's why he's there. He loves this republic. This is a key moment for the republic and the makeup of our country. Literally, historians and the Supreme Court Historical Society confirmed no other sitting president has ever attended live oral arguments before. Trump's presence, while it doesn't intimidate the court, it does send a powerful message to us, to the world. This is not politics as usual. This is a president defending the Constitution and the value of true American citizenship. So let's go behind the headlines with a historical perspective that really matters here. The 14th Amendment was passed right after the Civil War, and it says, and I'll quote, all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens. The key words are subject to the jurisdiction thereof. That clause was written to secure citizenship for freed slaves after the Dred Scott decision. No, not to hand citizenship to every child born here to parents who have no legal right to be here and who owe no allegiance to our nation. Early Supreme Court cases like the Slaughterhouse case, and Elk versus Wilkins. Slaughterhouse is two words, ladies and gentlemen, in case you're from Raytown, Missouri. Slaughterhouse, that case, along with Elk versus Wilkins. It all made this crystal clear. Citizenship by birth was tied to those fully under United States jurisdiction, owing loyalty and support to our country. Children of foreign diplomats have always been excluded for exactly that reason. President Trump is simply restoring the original understanding that birthright citizenship is a precious privilege. It's not a loophole for illegal immigration and chain migration. The effects of the state of play in America about this are enormous. Unrestricted birthright citizenship acts like a magnet for illegal entry into this country. It burdens our schools, our hospitals, our welfare system. It creates anchor babies that later pull in extended family through our broken immigration rules. By enforcing real jurisdiction requirements, Trump is protecting American workers, American families, the very meaning of what it means to be an American. He's protecting our national identity. This isn't about denying citizenship to anyone who deserves it. It's about ending the abuse of a constitutional clause that was never meant to be a global invitation to bypass our laws. Folks, this is why the right side exists. I give you the deep analysis, the historical truth, and the proud conservative perspective that mainstream media will never deliver to you. Trump is making history again, defending our sovereignty and restoring the value of American citizenship. And if you want more exclusive content, you can't go anywhere else but right here. Hit that like button, please. Subscribe, follow, turn on your notifications. Share this clip, please, with your friends, with your family, with your inner circle, with your coworkers. Let's get the truth out there. America First is winning, and we're just getting started. Drop a comment below. Should President Trump win on birthright citizenship? Yes or no? And tell me why. I read every comment. Follow and subscribe for full episodes of The Right Side every day on YouTube. At The Right Side Doug Billings on YouTube. At The Right Side Doug Billings on X. At Doug Billings. Facebook. At The Right Side with Doug Billings. And if you want to contribute to the show, head over to dougbillings.us. Let's grow this movement together and support one another as conservatives. The right side, ladies and gentlemen, proud, strong, unapologetically conservative. We're in this together, ladies and gentlemen. Believe it. For the Republic. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.